Hey everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Welcome to Trending Thursday. Every Thursday at 2 p.m., we come live and direct through your video screen, whether it's on your cell phone or on your iPad or on your computer, whatever it is, we're coming across loud and clear. If you can hear me, by all means, in the room, type that you can hear me, preferably with VV Nation, and let me know where you're tuning in from. I am streaming on both YouTube and Facebook, so all the Facebook folks, if you want to chime in as well, I'm looking at you. All right, so Andrew is watching me. Karmajit is watching me here on YouTube. Actually, Facebook. I got to get the differences between them. Man, it's both of them. Sitting side saddle to me is Joey. Say hi, Joey.
Hi, Joey.
He's my producer. He's the guy that does everything in the background to make me look good. It's not much he has to do because I look
full-time job.
Marvelous. Joey, you know I look marvelous. I look marvelous. Cassandra says, VV Nation from Athens, Georgia. Felix is watching me on Facebook. And then on YouTube, Todd can hear me on YouTube. Jim Harry says, VV Nation, Duncanville, Texas. If you're not familiar with Duncanville, Dallas is one of our suburbs. There you go. From Dallas, Texas. Absolutely. Manju is here. Manju, I've seen your name a lot in Patrick's presentation, so glad to have you here as well. So again, both on the Facebook channel and on the YouTube channel, I can see both on what you're both saying. And guess what? You know what we're going to do today? Mukesh is tuning in from Alberta. I got to clear that. No. Joey is the man, though. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Joey is the man. But don't swell up his head, please. Please don't swell it. It's big enough. Don't swell up that boy's head. Good afternoon from Edmonton, Alberta. Randy is. AK Go. Yo, what's up? All right, so what do we do here on Trending Thursday? We talk about industries and sectors that are trending, and then we talk about the stocks in them. So some of the stocks I have stories on, or I have news which pushing them. Some of them I don't. Today we're going to talk about two separate groups of stocks that caught my radar that I don't have exactly news on, and that's all right. As long as I can show you the stocks that are moving in those sectors, that's what the important thing is. Real quick, besides the Trending Thursday, I'm going to get us into the 28-day portfolio challenge. That's something that's coming up real soon, all right? And I've got a promo video out that's going to be released on it as well. But if you're ready to transform your portfolio, this is a challenge for you. And the biggest thing about this, folks, is that it's free. It's absolutely free. For 28 days, you have the opportunity to understand and find the stocks that are hurting your portfolio. We're going to help you find the stocks to buy, and most of all, when it's the right time to buy. But as I'm looking at this, we've got 5 steps. This is covered in the promo video on how we go for 28 days. Oh, why'd you take that away?
I didn't mean to hit it.
It said Glenn looking fresh with the cut. You know what I got going on. You know how your boy do. You know how you do. Yeah. Thank you for that, Drew. But 5 steps in this 28-day portfolio challenge that will transform your investing. And the biggest thing about this, folks, is that it is free. And when you click on this link to sign up, you know what the beautiful thing about this is? Once it pops up, there's a value associated with this. This is a $475 value that we're giving to you for free for 28 days. So you go to www.vectorvest.com/28. From there, sign up for it. Folks, ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with... Anyway, you ain't got to have a J-O-B to have this. All I'm telling you is that 28 days for free, we're going to help you to transform your portfolio. All right, so with that all being said, we're always going to start off with what's going on in the market. And because that's the most important thing, right? Where's the market's direction? How about I got Don on Facebook, VV Nation, Indiana. I like Indiana. You like Indiana?
No, I've never been there.
You never been there? You know, I've been to 48 out of the 50 states. I've only 2 states. And the only 2 states I haven't been to are North and South Dakota. I've been to every other state in the United States. So today I'm drinking some wonton soup. I got it. Lisa brought it for me. I got it, and Joey said, "Why don't you put it in a cup?" And I was like, "Joey, that's such a smart idea." So today I'm drinking wonton soup. I was trying to eat my lunch, so there we go. But you know something? You guys are more important than my lunch. Joey's not more important than my lunch. But you guys are more important than my lunch.
Thanks.
November CPI could sink the NASDAQ 100 stocks if data showed continue flying inflation. So you know something about that, Jersey guy? Inflation is an issue, and I'm happy to say that finally the Fed has brought it to the forefront that it is an issue and that it's not transitory anymore. But we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. There's a couple of things moving the market right now, whether up or down, and it's the Omicron variant as well as inflation. And the next thing that's going to really start moving the market, Jersey guy, is going to be the rising of interest rates. Or the raising of interest rates. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It's going to happen. It's about when it's going to happen. And I'm thinking Q1, Q2 of next year is going to start to move. Spiked eggnog. Why did you even put that up there? I don't even like eggnog. Q1, Q2 is when it's going to start to happen. And that's what's going to really push the market down to, I like that. Cafe Bustelo has a wonton flavor? No. That's where the market's going to really, really super pull back to recession, however you want to call it, is when that happens because earnings will be affected. But as of right now, looking at our VectorVest system, what I do like from our traffic light perspective, look at this, a lot of yellow. So we moved from a lot of red when the market was getting killed. Now the market is mellowing out. We're more in a neutral mode. Primary wave is still up. It has been up now for the last 3 days. Today is not a good day in the market. The market is mixed, as you can see over here, but a lot more declines than advances in the market altogether. So it's more so of a down day. The Dow is the only thing that's up today. NASDAQ is down, the biggest leader to the downside. Tech stocks are going down bigly, and that's where we've got what we've got going on. So if you're buying into new positions today, I know we talked about the market coming up off the bottom. That's still in play. The market still coming off the bottom is still in play. Today is just a pullback day. That doesn't mean that you panic and sell everything and run home to mama and Katie bar the door. I'm not telling you that. The market does what the market does, and the market doesn't go up or down forever. It's going to rebound and it's going to move, but we still have a lot of things moving behind the market, which is still pushing the market higher. Now, I'm going to get into my first story, and the first story is going to be talking about jobs. Why? Because jobs are important when looking at the economy. When the Fed's got a couple of things to look at. The Fed's got to control inflation, it's got to control interest rates, and it's got to control jobs. Those are the main purposes of what the Fed's job to do. U.S. jobs open jumps to 11 million. A lot more openings are out there, and fewer workers are voluntarily quitting. And that takes me to my next story, which is the Great Resignation. A lot of people left the marketplace after COVID. COVID hit. A lot of people was working from home. A lot of people got laid off. Thank you. I just got somebody subscribing to the channel, Joey. I saw it. It came up on Facebook. I didn't see it here. Thank you. I got 2 people. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate that, folks. 400 likes today, and Glenn will shower in dress socks next week. Yeah, I don't. Why do I want to do that? Who does that? Sigh. I'd like to see as many likes as I can get, but I don't know if I want to do that. Are they clean? That's the other side. Todd says he quits. All right. So the Great Resignation. A lot of people left because what was going on with COVID. A lot of people got let go. Now, coming back into the work fray, a lot of people like the idea of working from home. Why? Because they can take care of the kids at home. Because childcare is a big expense. And a lot of people are saying, it's time to come back to work. And a lot of people go, I ain't coming back to work. What are companies going to do, especially now that they're still looking for people? What are you going to do to the people that you have? You're going to let them still work from home. All right, so the Great Resignation slowed down in October while job openings jumped. So that was the combination of both of the stories. You know what else is interesting? Look at this story. Companies plan big raises for workers in 2022. This is from the Wall Street Journal. That's something huge. And you know that? We're going to get raises. Yeah, we're going to get us some raises.
Sign me up.
That's big news if that happens. That is big news if that happens. I'd love to see that happen. I really, really would love to see us all of us get bigger raises. And, have budgeted more money for pay increases than at any point since 2008, with many citing higher inflation as a reason. A lot of people are asking for more money. All right, to keep up with inflation. A lot of people are saying we need a livable wage. That's why the McDonald's and the fast food places are now offering a lot more money to keep these restaurants going. So companies are getting on board saying we have to pay people more money. This is going to be good. Glenn, you make enough. Well, you know what I make, Todd. Joey, do I make enough?
Yes.
Oh, so you make enough too, right?
No.
Oh, well, how come you make enough but I don't make enough?
Because I don't make enough as much as you do.
Wow, listen. I make what I make. You know, Glenn, you make that. Don't. Why you put that up there? So Glenn make whatever, man. All right, so clearing that. All right, so some of the stories are what is going behind what's going on in the market. I think it's important to know that these things could definitely push the market higher. What else is pushing the market higher? Companies are beating out earnings. All right. And earnings is the engine that drives a market or a stock higher. And earnings are still in play, so keep all of that in mind as well. All right, let's go take a look at how these stories could affect the market itself. So I look at two different factors for tracking the market. I'm going to go to the viewers tab. Here's our stocks that we're going to look at today. All right, we got about 23 stocks to get to today, so we're going to get through them. And they're sorted by our master indicator VST. So the stock in my list that has the best combination of value, safety, and timing is at the top of the list. Hey, man, back off Joey or he will open up a can. You can't even type that, Jay. We blocked it out. Wall Street Journal said Amazon was causing a problem. Amazon unsettles the U.S. labor markets, the Wall Street Journal, why they are raising wages and other guys are not. I think that, so you saw in my story from the Wall Street Journal that it wasn't just Amazon. I think a lot of big companies are coming through the process of raising prices or raising wages for people. So I'm putting that out there. So the top stock by VST in the list is EXTR. At the bottom of the list, GME is one of my stocks of interest today. So all the way at the bottom of the list. But we're going to look at the two stocks that we use for tracking the market. For those of you who are VectorVest subscribers, we look at the VVC or the VectorVest Composite, which looks at all of the stocks that we track, and then the Spiders, which looks at the top 500 stocks in the S&P. I'm going to right-click on them, view the stock graph. Let's bring those up. I'm not going to do the fourth thingy, but I want to look at the both of them side by side, top to bottom. So let's go look at the two of them. There's the Spiders. And then there is the VVC. Let's move that over, and let's fill this all in. Boom. This is something that we do a lot on midday market on Mondays. And here they are. So here's the market coming off that level of a bottom, exploding, moving up. The S&P did the same thing. I'm going to take off some of these. I'll leave some of these on. Let's take that off. Take that off and take that off. And here's that level of the bottom on the S&P, 3 and the 8 cross. And right now is a little bit of day of indecision on the S&P 500. For us on the VVC, a little bit more of a bigger red candle, but still moving nicely off of that level of support. And I could draw a level of support here on the S&P, but nonetheless, market is moving higher. Look over this time period, though. Look at the market still moving from the bottom left to the top right. Some volatility included in it, but not the VVC. The VVC is pretty flat over this 3-month time period. But the news that we talked about in regards to what's going on behind the scenes could be a driving factor to still push the market higher. The S&P is very close to its all-time high, which occurred here on 11/22 of 473. Right now it's trading at 468. The VectorVest Composite, though, is a little further away from its high nonetheless. So that's what's going on in the market. That's what the market looks like graphically. Does anybody have any questions in regards to what's going on in the market before we move on as I take another sip of my wonton soup? James on Facebook says, if it's possible, Could you review a Canadian VectorVest stock today? And the problem is with that, James, I only have the U.S. version of the software open, not the Canadian version. Some days, I'm thinking that at some times we might open up the Canadians just to do that.
Yeah, we should.
We should, but I don't have it open today, James. All right, but it's something that I would not forego going into the future. I might have that open, so I want to accommodate our Canadian brethren as well. So I'm with you on that, James, but I just don't have it open today, okay?
Mark Norton just got here, so we're going to start over from the top.
Oh, Mark wants us to start going from the okay, so Mark,
Take it from the top.
here we go. Hey, everybody, my name is Glenn Tompkins here. As much as I love you, Mark, the answer to that is no. Thank you for the caramels. He sent us some caramels to the Jockey Club team and to Joey and Lisa as well. Joey had a piece and was like, OMG. I had a piece and I was like, OMG. I don't know where you find the stuff that you find, Mark, for us, but that was some amazing caramel, and it had some sea salt on top. It was amazing. Thank you very much, and you always look out for us, man. So, Yasu, there you are, Nectarios. Glad to see that you're here. SPX will hit 5,000 in this round of the uptrend. Sashi, you know me. Anybody who knows me knows that I do not speculate on what's going on in the market. I'm here to give you what's here. And what do I tell you? Let the market come to you. All right, let the market come to you. You should get another delivery today. Wow, Mark is sending us something else. Thank you, Mark. Wow, thank you, Mark. Ooh-wee. I love me some Mark. Man, I love me some Mark. But I love all you guys, but I love me some Mark too. All right, Tide Pods. Tide Pods?
Jay said he sent us Tide Pods.
Wow. My name is not Gronkowski. Tide Pods. All right. So that's what's going on in the market. Let's get to my next story. Next story talks about healthcare stocks. I don't want to use the word COVID because then we get all shut down on YouTube for using the word COVID. So we're going to look at healthcare shots. Why? Because Omicron is an issue, but Pfizer BioNTech vaccine neutralizes Omicron with 3 shots. So now for anybody who was thinking about getting a booster, I think that this gives you more reason to go out and get a booster shot. All right, it says it neutralizes it, and this is the BioNTech people, that it neutralizes it with the 3rd shot. So we'll see what happens with that. Brace 4 boosters, Pfizer, BioNTech say 3rd shot needed to tackle Omicron. I'm vaccinated. I've got 2 shots. I've been thinking, both my wife and I have been thinking about whether or not we want to get a booster or not. But if it's going to help, the thing is that every time, and this is going to be my question, every time we get another variant, is another shot going to be needed? I want to think about that. Because if that's the case, then, I got a base 2-shot vaccination. I'm good to go. And, so I'm just thinking about that. I'm just thinking about that. I don't know if I want to fall into having to get a new shot for every variant. So I'm just putting that out there. Pfizer will submit full data on COVID treatment pill, and that's something else. A lot of people, if you don't want to take a shot, then you can take a pill to the FDA in a few days. So we're waiting to see. I don't think that that's fully FDA approved yet. I think it's used for emergency use, the pill is, but I don't think that it's full-born FDA approval just quite at this particular point in time. Now, in regards to this, I've got another stock that I wanted to take a look at. Repligen is a Repligen RGEN stock outpacing its medical peers this year. So pretty much all of the news that I had was on Pfizer and BioNTech, but I wanted to keep in mind other stocks in the space that are doing well as well. Kirby says, get a booster and you'll grow a 3rd leg on every, no, I won't. You have to get a booster, and yes, in future, it will be like a flu yearly because people are not all getting the shots to keep mutating. Interesting. All right, so I'm just not sure. And I know that Steve says the booster is not a full shot. I understand that. I just don't want to keep getting stuck over and over and over and again. And I want to tell you that as a Marine, I think I've had stuff in my body since 1987 when I got my barrage of shots. I think they put stuff in us that we didn't even know existed at that time. I very rarely even ever get sick. All right, so I think the Marine Corps, the government does that to make sure that all us fighting folk got vaccinated against everything. Isn't RGEN one of Dr. D's picks? And Lee, yes, it is. That's another reason why I want to take a look at it. All right. One of Steve, and it's not crap, but the Pfizer shot is FDA approved. The Pfizer shot is the only one that is fully FDA approved. I think your trip to Africa did you in. I did a missions trip to Malawi, Africa. So, all right. So let's get into my list. So BioNTech and Pfizer, the shots, and look at where BioNTech sits. It's like number 2 in the list by VST. What else was in here? I wanted to look at RGEN. Now, other stocks that are in the space I want to keep my eyes on are NVAX and DVAX. I think there's 4 stocks. So the main story was about BioNTech, but I wanted to look at RGEN, which is Repligen, NVAX, and DVAX. Let's right-click. Let's view the stock graph. Oh, I'm not going to do the 4 stock thingy, the 4 graph thingy, because I want to leave that for midday market update. But here's BioNTech, even after the news. And I'm looking at a 3-month graph, looking at the 3 and the 8s, and actually, let's go switch that up. I want to go look at the swing side of it. Swing, looking at a 20-day exponential moving average. It's still below that as well. So even with the news, it's not enough to drive it higher right now. But when the Omicron news came out, all of the vaccine stocks took off. Now as the fears start to diminish, the vaccine stocks start to fade back down again. Let's go to the next one. Here's Repligen. I think that it's still a good stock. Look at the relative value on the stock at 1.46. The relative safety on the stock sitting at 1.40. Fundamentally, Repligen is a fundamentally sound stock. It's just moving sideways right now, but look at the earnings per share on it. Look at the earnings growth. Look at the sales. Look at the sales growth. The stock is just in a little bit of a sideways move. I'd like to see it move up above that 20-day exponential moving average, but solidly, this stock is set. You and me as well, Marine. Let's go. Hoorah, Lionel. That's right. All right. So NVAX in this space. Today got above the 20-day exponential moving average, but settling in right at that level. All of these stocks, when the Omicron came out, all of these stocks took off, but right now, and it just goes to show that the news of the variant drove these stock prices higher because everybody was looking, hey, does your shot work? Hey, does your shot work? And now, as he starts to subside, these stocks starts to subside a little bit as well. There's DVAX. DVAX was a nice little move at one time, and now a lot of these stocks are below the 20-day exponential moving average. So now I'm curious to know, is the news really going to push these stocks higher? But I wanted to keep my eyes on them nonetheless. Not at all, Rep Jeffersons. Not at all. I'm not even putting that out there. Not at all. All right. My Facebook people are silent today. Not a lot of talk going on. I see that you're here, but you're not talking much. So all I'm saying is I want to hear from you. Thanks, I appreciate it. That came from James on Facebook. I just wanted to ask. And I think going forward, every so often, we will open up the VVCA up. All right. So my next story happens to deal with computer stocks. Now, why am I looking at computer stocks? Because you know me, I like to look to see what's trending. And I wanted to see what sectors were on the rise. And computer stocks over the last 2 weeks by RT Delta were up 8.6%. That's a nice move on any sector. So I got a story on Western Digital. All right. And Western Digital, why Western Digital stock rose 10% in November. That was the story that was put out just a couple of days ago. I couldn't find a lot more other news on these stocks. So I went and looked at that sector to see what stocks were moving. And those are the stocks that I'm going to pay attention to. So the only story I had was on Western Digital. Let's go see what my other stocks were. Western Digital, where's that at? Oof, look at that. Now, the sector is up over 8%, but look at where this stock sits. What else is in that list? Logitech. There's Logitech. What else? I've got Dropbox. Where's Box? There's Box right next to Logitech. Docs, DOX. AmDocs right there. And the last one was EXTR, which is #1 stock in the list. So as the sector was moving up over 8.6%, here are some of the stocks in that sector that I wanted to keep my eyes on. And EXTR is at the top of the list. So I think that it was a good sector to look at nonetheless. I'm going to right click. I'm going to view the stock graph. So there's 5 stocks in here. Say again? Change my scene. And now what are we in right now? A little bit of a sideways move on this stock as well. Now the sector's moving. Just because the sector's moving doesn't mean that all of the stocks in the sector are moving. And look at this, a little bit of a sideways move. Stock's price pulled back below the 20. But I do like the rising earnings. I like the rising earnings growth. The stock is just not responding at this time. And they're selling. Look at their sales growth and look at their sales. Everything looks good for the stock. This is a stock that I would definitely keep on my radar, especially if the sector has moved up over 8.5% in 2 weeks. What else is in here? Now, Logitech is setting up nicely. The stock had been decimated. The sector is starting to move. This stock might have found a level of support. Now above the 20-day exponential moving average. Would love to see it break above this price of 86.09. This stock's got a nice 3-month run price of 102.59, trading at 82 right now. Watch earnings. Earnings is falling off a little bit. Let's go put on earnings. Last earnings call, it wasn't so good. Actually, the stock's price started falling after the earnings call. But look at this. I like the setup of it. Something to keep on your mind, especially if the sector is moving. Dropbox. I have Dropbox. I have Box and Dropbox. I got them both. Man, as a DJ, I got to back up all this stuff. Box is moving higher than it was 3 months ago, but a lot of selling pressure on it. It is currently above the 20-day exponential moving average. Volume has been pretty steady, but earnings is rising. Watch the earnings growth. That could affect the stock. But I do like a stock with good rising earnings. Glenn, head fits perfect with the EPS line. Does it really? Dang. I got an EPS head? Okay, there we go. What else is in this? What else is in this sector? I like Doc's setup. Look at that. Look at it. It's been hit below the 20-day exponential moving average. Look at this. 4 days in a row, the stock's price is moving up. Look at the rising earnings. Earnings growth is flat. Sales are going. Sales growth is not so good. And I'd like to see that stock take out that price. It does have profit potential up to about 81.73, about another $10 before the stock meets some real good headway. But I like the bounce. And you know something? If the sector is moving, the stocks, there it is. That's the stock that's making it move, baby. EXTR, new high over the last 3 months. Earnings per share is rising. Earnings growth still higher than it was 3 months ago. I like this stock. I cannot lie. I like this stock. New high today. Nice open candle. It's cheapest stock out of all of these stocks, too. Only trading at $14. That's not a bad play. That's not a bad play. Is Jay leaving? Heading over to Jerry's Swing Trade Group. Have a good day, Jay. Have a good day, Jay. All right, so there was only one news article, and that was on WDC. But I like EXTR leading its way, and that's why it's #1 stock in our list, leading the way in that space. The other ones could possibly be setting up, but I've given you some buy points to at least take a look at. All right, any questions? Now, Rick says, didn't get my free month. Talk to David. He said I could pay. No. Rick, did you send an email to connect@VectorVest.com? Remember, I tell you that after each time we give away something. You have to send. I tried reaching through VectorVest.com. It did not get hold of anyone. Did you see Rick's? Joey monitors that. All right, Joey monitors that. So Joey's trying to see if he saw an email. It's connected VectorVest. We got you, Rick. If you sent that, Joey will see it, and we got you squared away. Believe you me. Believe you me. The people in product support can't give you this. This is something that we give you through that email. All right. Fireblazer says, is it bottom feeding time? And Fireblazer, since last Friday, we've been talking about it. Patrick did a video on our YouTube channel giving you some stocks to take a look at for bottom fishing. I did a video on, what was it, Monday or Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday that talks about bottom fishing. So yeah, our indicators, if we go back to the market timing graph, our indicators were set up for market time, for bottom fishing. Here was our official bottom based upon our indicators was on 12.3. That's when our MTI was below the value of 0.60 and where the buy to sell ratio was below the value of 0.20, and ever since then the market's taken off. Today is a down day. Would I buy new stocks today? Absolutely not. All right, absolutely not. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Have a good day, Ninja. All right, let's get to my next story. And actually, I'm going to stay here because my next two stories don't have stories.
Who was it, Dave?
Rick X.
Rick X. No email from Rick X.
Rick. Now, Joey says you typing it wrong. It's VectorVest. Put it in the chat, Joey. Joey put it in the chat. It's VectorVest.
Oh, it's not at VectorVest.
It's connect@vectorvest.com. I don't know. Joey's putting it in the chat. He's on Facebook. He's on Facebook. All right, so if you're typing it in wrong, Joey's giving it. So is it too late for bottom fishing strategies? The answer to that, Aaron is asking me on Facebook. No, it's not too late. I just wouldn't be buying stocks today. And all right, and we've been talking again, starting on Friday, going into Monday, going into Tuesday. Is it too late? No, it's still not too late. Just today I wouldn't buy. Today I wouldn't buy. Does that make sense, Aaron? All right, does that make sense? Bought a few on the 7th, but won a few more. And let the market come to you then, Aaron. Don't try to outguess. I'm telling you that it's still okay. We are still off of that bottom. It's still okay. We got a pullback day today. I'm telling you that it's still okay. Just let the market come to you. Glenn, what does Jenny have to do have that you don't? Jenny who? I don't know. All right. What is the 28-day challenge? How to participate in? How are we going to get sessions? So, Sunil, I started off the session by talking about the 28-day portfolio challenge. What is it? It's a way to help you to transform your portfolio, learn about how to get the stocks that are hurting your portfolio out, knowing how to find new stocks to get into, and knowing, most of all, when to get into them. Sunil, go to www.vectorvest.com/28. It is a free 28-day session to help you accomplish all of that. Snoopy's says, I'm buying on every pullback and sitting back on the up days. Be careful on buying on the pullbacks. All right. I'd rather buy on the day when the market is moving up. You mean this, Jenny? 8675309. Why is the sell-off today? Rep, think about this. Markets can't go up forever, can they? All right. We went up for 3 solid days in a row. Market's just pulling back. Could be a lot of people made a lot of money, Reps Jefferson. Think about that. A lot of people make a lot of money. We're still at a good level. I entered the 28-day challenge. Can't wait. And we can't wait to have you, Fireblazer. So just keep that in mind, Reps Jefferson, is that the market, that's okay. That's okay. Just make sure you got your stops in place. All right, so my next story is on REITs. REITs have moved up 6.5% over the last 2 weeks. I got no real stories on them. All right, so I got REIT stocks I want you to take a look at. WMC. Where's that at? WMC, RWT, ABR, and EARM. Now look at where they sit in this list. Wow. So now why is Glenn talking about these stocks that don't look so good in this watch list? Because the sector is up 6.5% for the last 2 weeks. Why is that important? Because if the sector is moving, the stocks within the sectors are helping them to move. So that's why we're looking at these. These are all REITs. I like WMC coming off a level of support. I'm looking at more of a swing trade view, looking at 20-day exponential moving average. It closed above the 20-day exponential moving average yesterday. I got more follow-through today, even though I've got a little bit of a doji. I am watching the earnings and the earnings growth rate. I'm watching the sales and the sales growth. But if the sector is starting to move, stocks like this is starting to push it higher. Could these, and especially if the sector has moved that much, Could these be good early entrees into the sector still moving higher? Something to keep in mind. RWT is currently above the 20-day exponential moving average, pulling away from a level of resistance at $14.13. A little bit of a pullback today, but still clearly above the 20-day. Nice move on volume yesterday. Earnings growth both look good. Sales growth a little higher than it was 3 months ago, but I like the stock. I'd like to see it break through, especially knowing that the sector is moving. Now, ABR, on the other hand, as the other two are above the 20-day, ABR Arbor Realty is not. I'd keep my eye on it. It went above yesterday, but no follow-through today, down candle today. I do like the earnings, not really fond of the earnings per share. Sales and sales growth are moving up. I'd really like to see the stock take out that 20-day exponential moving average. And then earn. Nicely moving higher, broke above yesterday on the 20-day exponential moving average, closing right now below, but I like the rebound coming off a level of support. Earnings is a little squiggly. Earnings growth is pulling back, sales and sales growth. But again, overall, I'm looking at the whole sector starting to move. Anybody got any questions? The sell-off today, because the massive move up on Tuesday, it's a normal pullback to allowing moving averages to catch up. And Sasi, I think that it's all about people just taking profits off the table. All right? And a couple of those stocks had lower volume, and I'm with that. I hear you, Rep Jefferson. I do. When the BSR was was under 20, those SPY calls did very well in a few days. Absolutely, because the market, by way of the VectorVest system, was showing that we were starting to look for a bottom. And that's why we do that. Can you do dual listed stocks? I'm in Canada. We've got a listing in our watch list for dual listed stocks. As a subscriber to the software, you have access to that. It would be under our special watch lists. And we do have, where is it? USA interlisted, USA and Canada interlisted stocks. So yeah, we got them. So as a subscriber to the software, we have that information for you. Number one. Number two, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to win a free subscription to the software. But if you don't get that opportunity to win, 99 cents gets you access to that interlisted group of stocks. You go to vectorvest.com/YT for YouTube. Folks, 99 cents gets you access to everything that I'm showing you right here. But that was a great question about interlisted stocks. We do have them in the software for you. What's the difference between these two? 323.21. We got them in here for you. Glenn, when tightening stops, do you use a 20 MA or a 20 EMA? When I'm looking at moving averages, for the most part, I like looking at exponential moving averages. For me, I think that works out the best for me because it tracks price a little closer to get me in and out a little faster. That is just my opinion. Everybody uses their levels of what they feel is comfortable for them. Todd says, Glenn, why do you use red for support and green for resistance? Why? Because when a stock breaks through support, you lose money unless you're playing the stock to the downside. And when stocks break through resistance, you make money, green. So that's why I use the red and the green for support and resistance. Glenn, why? So there you go. Does that answer your question? Both Tim and Todd both asked me the same question. Wow. No, Todd asked me that question. Todd asked me that question twice. Todd, I'll answer it, but that's the reason why I use it. My next story is on leisure stocks. All right? People getting out, people getting some of that gaming. I know Joey's into that gaming, ain't you, Joey? Yeah, you play a lot. I can just see it in your face. Yeah. All right. So one of the stocks that I'm looking at in leisure stocks is Boyd Gaming. Where's that at? Look at that. It's number 3 in the list. All right. So again, no specific stories on these stocks as well, but the sector is up about 5% in the last 2 weeks. Another one, Seas. Oh, SeaWorld. All right, that's in the leisure. Churchill Downs, that's for the horse races. That's in leisure. And one more, Mattel. Look at where these leisure stocks sit in my list of 23 stocks, towards the top of the list. So this sector is not up as much as the REIT sector, but look at the stocks within this sector. they are doing a little bit better than even the stocks in the REIT, not as up as much. But everybody likes a little bit of leisure, right? Let's go. These are my 4 stocks. BYD for Boyd Gaming, Mattel, MAT, Churchill Downs, CHDN, and SeaWorld, SEAS. Let's go right-click. Let's view these stocks. Let's go see what they're looking like. So if the sector has been moving up, look at the move on Boyd Gaming. I like that. Look at the stock, found a level of support. Nicely above the 20-day and still moving high. A little bit of selling pressure today, right at a level of support at 63.66, but still above it. All right, volume has been pretty steady, like the earnings growth. Sales are, flippy-floppy, but I like the move. The sector is up about 5% in the last 2 weeks. I'm going to keep my eye on Boyd Gaming. What else? Woo, look at SeaWorld. Look at that right there. A little bit of a channel. Between 67.79 is a level of resistance and a level of 56.60 for the level of support. But I like the move for the last 2 days above the 20-day exponential moving average. Earnings and earnings growth rising. I'd like to see the stock break out above this level of resistance of 67.79. But could I take it today? Absolutely. Absolutely. Tough not to buy EXTR even though the market is pulling back. Rick, it's a good stock in that space, in that computer stock space. It's a good stock, and that's why it's number 1 in the list. I like that. Roger says, I like Boyd. Great casino in Vegas. So Boyd Gaming, we haven't looked at it yet, have we? Churchill Downs sitting in a channel. All right, but currently above the 20-day, pulled back a lot today to actually match out to that level excuse me, of the 20-day exponential moving average. Look at the earnings, though. Look at the earnings. I'd be keeping my eyes on the earnings growth, though. And there's Mattel. Now, I'm a big fan of Mattel because we're coming into Christmas season. A lot of toys are going to be sold. A lot of toys are going to be sold at higher prices because of inflation. But a lot of toys are going to be sold. And I think Mattel is going to be a stock for you guys to keep your eyes on. Definitely to keep your eyes on. So those are my leisure stocks. Again, not a lot of news on them, but those are my leisure stocks. Does anybody have any questions? What's going on Facebook? How y'all doing over there? How y'all doing on here? I just want to make sure that you guys are, I don't want you guys to miss out. Today at the end, I will be giving someone an opportunity to win a free year to the VectorVest system. A free year. So get ready for that. I'm not ready for it yet. We're going to give 2 people on, I guess, do we do 2 and 2 again to make it right? We do 2 and 2 again. 2 people on YouTube, 2 people on Facebook, an opportunity to win a free year to the VectorVest software. All right. So 50 turning up in Mattel. Rick, I found EXTR and the EMA squeeze back at $10. I'm liking EXTR. It's been a really good stock, and now you see why it has been. I would love a free year. Any code word? Fireblaze. I ain't give you a code word yet. Nope, not yet. Not yet. All right, not yet. And I think because you're flapping a lot, when I mean flapping, you're talking a lot, I'm probably going to pick you as one of my people today. Dang, I could really use that, says AK Go and Grow. So Fireblazer, I need you to get ready. You're going to be one of my people on YouTube. Fireblazer, you're going to be one of my people on YouTube today. So be ready when I'm ready. All right. Last thing I'm going to look like. What's the word, Glenn? I didn't give you one, Archie. Not yet. Mind you, now everybody's going to start typing in. Yeah, I need it. Yeah, I need it too. Listen, I'm going to pick one other person. But Fireblazer is going to be one of my people. And I'm going to be finding one other person. The JPEG says, crypto has been selling hard the last few days. What's happening with crypto? A lot of things are happening with crypto. We've done a couple of videos, probably not this week, but next week I am going to start doing a couple of more videos on crypto. You guys need to check them out. I've been talking about the coin. I've been talking about the blockchains. I've been talking about the miners. And there's a lot of things going on. And if you follow me on social media, I will post some of those things as well. Go to look at Glenn Tompkins Jr. on either Twitter or Instagram. And I do put some tidbits of crypto stuff out there. And David says, pick me, I dare you. Why are you trying to mess with me? Why are you so trying to mess with me? All right. My last story is on stocks of interest. Stocks of interest. Where am I at? Let's go check that out. Stocks of interest. Roblox. Roblox pairs up with Ralph Lauren. So talking about crypto for fashion in the metaverse, offering exclusive digital collection. So that's Roblox. Interesting. GameStop missed earnings yesterday. Patrick talked about that in his session today. Patrick's a big GameStop person. I'm on the other side. I'm a big AMC person. I'm in both stocks anyway. But a lot of good things that came out of that meeting, even though it missed earnings, the revenues were higher. So I think that the ownership of the company is really looking at having people hold GameStop long-term to move out of the whole meme thing. All right. You should do a video on Polygon and pick me for an add-on. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So GameStop is one stock on my list. Fortinet, strong profitability is driving strong returns. That's one of my stocks. And this is going to be interesting. The meta platforms. When will the metaverse spend pay off? People are putting a lot of money into the metaverse, aren't they? And part of that for the metaverse is going to be crypto, because a lot of things will be transacted by way of cryptocurrency on the metaverse. It's going to be a virtual place where people can do anything they want. And when you start to pay for things, you ain't going to pull out $1 and give it to somebody. You have to do it by digital currency. I think that the metaverse is going to make cryptocurrency go off a lot. Go off a lot. Glenn, crypto is ranked 222 in RT ranking. It's the worst of the worst. I hear you. I hear you, because it's getting slammed, because the whole crypto space is getting slammed. And I'm thinking that maybe next week I'll do a video on why crypto is getting slammed. All right, I'll do a video on that. This little guy starting out could be, can you cover metaverse cryptos? We don't have, I might put together, I think I am working on a list for metaverse stocks that I can put into the database. I think I'm going to do that, but there will be no cryptocurrency in there, because we don't track foreign currency, nor do we track actual cryptocurrency. But I am thinking about putting in a watch list of metaverse stocks. All right, so I'm looking into that. I think that's a great thing. I think that's a good thing. Where is that? I forgot that. Can you cover metaverse cryptos? I think that I am going to put together a watch list that makes it available to everybody. Slam like coin, and I know. I could really use a free year of getting ready to retire and need it. So, something? It's going to be Fire. Who is it? And I think I'm going to take Sharon. I'm going to do it. I already picked it. Sharon and Fireblazer. Fireblazer. Those are my two people on YouTube.
Just want a seat to the today.
Who did?
Fireblazer.
Fireblazer already won something?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Fireblazer, I can't use you. As much as I'd love to, I want to give somebody else a chance to win. If you just want a seat to the live stream, if you want a seat to the live stream, I'm not going to give you another. So I want to give somebody else. An opportunity. So does anyone... So one of my people is going to be Sharon. Gosh dang it. Now Joey's going to pick the second person. Joey's going to pick the second person on YouTube. While that's going on Facebook, I'm going to take Tim. All right. Facebook. I'm going to take Tim, and I need a name that I haven't seen. I'm going to pick John David, Tim Tureen, and John David. All right, I'm giving all four of you an opportunity. Oh, well, Joey's got to pick the fourth one. Fireblazer, as much as I love you, we already gave you a free seat to the Tampa 2-day stream. So the JPEG. All right. Those are my four people. Joey picked the JPEG. All right. So let's start off with you, Sharon. Sharon, you're on YouTube. Sharon, I'm going to give you an opportunity to win a free year of VectorVest. So Sharon only, I need your birthday month and I need your birthday day, but I need you to pick any year between 1996 and 2020. Any year between 1996 and 2020. I need your birthday month and your birthday day. All right, so that goes for Sharon. That goes for the JPEG. That goes for Tim Tureen, and that goes for John David. All right, so that's what I need for you guys. That's what I need for you guys. All right. All right, so 4 guys. I'm looking for those 4 people. I need your birthday month, your birthday day, and any year between 1996 and 2020. So I'm looking for those types in between YouTube and Facebook. I'm looking for that information. If I don't get that information, I'll pick somebody else. I'm giving all 4 of you an opportunity to win a free year. Lou, you're not one of the people I said I needed. Sigh. I said only those 4 people. I said that. I did say that. I said only those 4 people. And Kirby does the same thing. Really, Kirby? All right, John gives me 11, 19, 19. 11, 19, 19. So John's the first one on board. Everybody else is typing in stuff. Nope, I said I'm only looking for those 4 people. Sharon, where you at? All right, and then Tim Tureen, where you at? August 8/18/2001. 8/18/01. Excellent. There's the JPEG 8/11/20. JPEG 8/11/20. And Sharon, where you at? Sharon, where you at? You're the only one that I need right now. You're the only one that I need right now. And Sharon, once you give me that information, I need your birthday month, your birthday day, and any year between 1996 and 2020. Sharon, if you don't respond soon, I'm going to have to pick somebody else. Giving you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Nope. All right. So now all of them, I'm going to pick somebody who gave me a date on YouTube. Sigh, Sharon. Well, no, they go. Yeah, all right. Let's go with Khan. Let's go with Khan. Khan on YouTube. Khan. Oh, where'd you move him from?
It updated on
12/8/20. 12/8/20. All right. Sorry, Sharon. I was looking for you. All right. So all 4 of you now have an opportunity to win a free year to the VectorVest software. We're going to go to Unisearch. I'm going in Unisearch. We're going to go to Search is Prudent. We're going to go find ruler stocks. All right. Please make the meta face, and thank you always for your hard work. Linza, I'm going to try to do what I can. I need to put that on here. Metaverse watch list. I'm going to do that. I'm really going to take a look at trying to make that happen soon. All right, ruler stocks, top 20 stocks. Let's go, starting with Khan, 12/8/20. Let's go find 2020, 2020, 12/8. I'm going to run it. This is just real recent. This is just the last year. So here we go, Khan. This is what happens. If this backtest does not make money, you win a free year to the VectorVest software. All right? You win a free year. So I'm going to run the search. Quick test all. All right. It made money, 22%. It didn't outperform the market. 13 winners, 7 losers, 22%. The market or the S&P was up 26%. So, Khan, you're not going to walk away empty-handed. Send an email to connect@vectorvest.com. And if you're a subscriber, you can get an add-on module for 30 days. If you are not a subscriber to the software, we're going to give you access to the VectorVest software for 30 days. All right, send an email to connect@vectorvest.com and tell us which one you want. If you are a subscriber, you can get an add-on module of your choice with the exception of the Options Pro. You can't get that free for 30 days, but you can get an add-on module of your choice with the exception of that for 30 days. All right, so, Con, we made money. Let's go to the JPEG. The JPEG picked the date of 8/11 of 20. So let's go 8/11. You guys think you slick, right? You're going to try to get it close. August, July 11th. Sunday was on the 11th. I'm going to take the 12th, okay? Let's run the search. Oh, I got the wrong date. That's 10. Sorry. Let's go to August 11th. I can pick the 11th. August 11th of 2020. Let's run the search. Quick test. Da-da-da-da. Woo!
Hey.
It won. 16 winners, 4 losers, outperformed the market. Look at that, folks. Woo-wee. Look at that. So, the JPEG, are you a subscriber to the software? If you are a subscriber to the software, we're going to give you an add-on module of your choice for 30 days free. All right, 30 days free. If you are not a subscriber to the software JPEG, we're going to give you access to the VectorVest software free for 30 days. Free for 30 days. Woo-wee! Man, you see these stocks? You see these stocks? Good googly muggly, baby. And this system is so good by way of this search, how powerful this search is, folks. We're a lot of money right there. All right, let's go to the Facebook side. Tim picked 8/18 of 2001. 8/18 of 2001. Let's go to 2001. You think that maybe going back in time is going to help you out? All right, 8/18 was a Saturday. I'm going to take the 17th. I want to show this. Where can I find more information on this system you use? So, again, go to vectorvest.com/YT for YouTube. Lames, you can take advantage, even if you're not getting a free month, a free year, whatever, you can take advantage of this system for 99 cents for 30 days. 99 cents for 30 days. And look in the description below to learn more about it. All right, so who is this one? This is 8/18. Could I use the 18th? No, it was on a Saturday. 8/18 was a Saturday. So this is for Tim. Here we go, Tim. Run the search. Quick test. Drum roll, please. Boom. 481% with a couple of stocks going up in excess of 1,000%. Whoo-wee! Look at that. 481% compared to 300 what the S&P 500 did. Wow-wee. Stocks like UNH, Starbucks, Man, this is the kind of stocks that this search finds and can do this time and time again. If you were born yesterday, then you shouldn't be typing. You shouldn't know how to type. All right, how can I use this ruler search today? I'm going to talk to you about that in a second, Sunil. Go ahead. I'm going to talk to you about that in a second. How could you, if you are a subscriber to the software, how could you use it today? I'm going to talk to you about that just before we leave. All right, Tim, if you are a subscriber, year growth and ad earnings and dividend growth, then we are talking. So, Tim, if you're a subscriber to the software, I'm going to give you free 30-day add-on module, free. Anyone you want with the exception of Options Pro. If you are not a subscriber, I'm going to give you 30 days access to the VectorVest software. All right, so there you go. Tim, are you good with that? All right, type in the room, and you got all of you guys that are winning something. You have to type. You have to send an email to connect@vectorvest.com. You have to send that in order to get your free. Nobody in product support can help you claim this free. All right, nobody else can. All right, last one I've got is John David, 11/19/19. All right, let's go set that up. 11/19. Let's get to 2019 first. 2019. Let's go to 11/19/19. All right, there we go. I'm running the search. All right, let's quick test it. Drum roll, please. Wow, 64% compared to the S&P going up 49%. 16 winners, 4. Do you realize that in all of these tests, how many stocks made money compared to not making money? You see that? Now, you're asking for another James. I'm going to give another opportunity next week. I'm going to give another opportunity next week for you guys to win. All right, but all 4 of you still end up being winners because, John, if you are a subscriber to the VectorVest software, we're going to give you 30-day access to any add-on module you want. All right, so I plan to resubscribe in the new year just so I don't get billed every... I got you. All right, so everybody who won, send an email to connect@vectorvest.com. Joey's got the names: Con Leto, the JPEG, Tim Tureen, John David. Those are my 4 people. But, send that email so that, are you using the back tester? No, I'm not using the back tester. I'm using the quick tester. I'm just quick testing from point A to point B. Now, the question is, how can I use Ruler Stocks today? I can run the search as of 3:01 right now. Sunil, here's the stocks that meet the criteria. So now, either I can just blindly buy into these stocks or I can cherry pick. How about that? How about we look at the earnings growth on these stocks have to be 14%, and the safety has to be at 1.4. This is why this search is so freaking strong. These stocks have really good safety, and they're sorted by relative safety and earnings growth. That's why this is called Ruler Stocks, folks. This is an awesome search. So Sunil, I can run it today, right-click, highlight them all, right-click, and guess what? I can cherry-pick which ones I want. If that's what I want to do, boom, look at that. Click right up there. That's been one of the hot stocks in the Daily Color Guard report for the past 3 nights. Look at where it is. Look at that right there. All right. Oh, Sharon. All right, Sharon, you came back late. I'm still going to give you an opportunity because that was the first name I put out there. I'll give you still an opportunity, Sharon. All right. So I'm doing 5 people. Sharon. Shame on you, Sharon. All right. 128.06. I'm still going to give you an opportunity, Sharon. All right. When I will see the profit after X months? I don't know, Sunil. I can't tell you that. I don't know. All right. I'm telling you that over time the search works. So I can't hone in on after what time period. I can't do that. All right. So, Sharon, you were the first person I gave this to, and I was looking for a date. You didn't give it to me, but Joey said he showed it to me. So we're going to go back to 2006. 2006, January 28th. 28th was a Saturday, so I'm going to use the 27th, Sharon. All right, click on OK. Let's run the search. Here you go, Sharon. We're going to quick test them all into right now. 1/28/2006. 28th was a Saturday, Sharon. The 28th was a Saturday. Just so that you know that I'm not messing it up. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel, Lame Story Bro. The 28th was a Saturday, so I'm using the 27th. All right, I'm using the 27th. So I ran it. Quick test. Let's go see. Does it make money? Ooh, a lot of red. 10 and 10. Woo! I got a little scared right there, Sharon. I was about to say, I just give away a free year. Ooh-wee. 10 and 10 still made money. The market outperformed it, though. Market did outperform it. But, man, I got a little shaky. I was like, oh, man, did we find a day? But no. So, Sharon, if you are, you sent it twice. Did we miss it the first time? And if we did, I apologize. Sharon, if you are a subscriber to the software, send an email to connect@vectorvest.com. If you are a subscriber, we'll give you free access to any add-on you want, with the exception of Options Pro. If you are not a subscriber to the software, Sharon, send that email to connect@vectorvest.com. We will give you 30-day access to the software for absolutely free. All right, for absolutely free. Mark says, awesome, thanks. I'm bringing a guest that also wants to trade for a living. She's seen how much VectorVest 7 has helped me. Awesome. I'm glad to see that. I am so glad to see that. And that's what we're here for. And for the people who subscribe to the channel, thank you for doing that. We appreciate that. That helps us to grow. How many likes do we have today? And I just want to know, if you like what we came, only 61. Listen, before we go, hit that like button if you got something out of this. Hit that like button if you got something out of this. All right. I have a lot of fun putting this all together, and this is what it's all about. Teaching people how to make money in the market. My Facebook people are hitting the like button. I love it. And Tim is asking, basically, is the stocks meeting the criteria today? That's when I ran it today. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Depths of the tech correction. I know Tim picked a good date. We still made money. I am Glenn, and you did not choose me. Man, but oh man, Marie, maybe next week. I'm sorry. Listen, I got a lot of folks in here. So I'm trying to, I can't appease everybody, right, Joey?
It's hard.
It's hard, so I'm trying. All right, so thank you guys for being here today. Thank you, Joey, for your help today. You guys make this a very widely watched live stream every week, and I'm going to keep doing this. I'm still going to keep giving you guys an opportunity to win a free year to the VectorVest software at the end of the presentation. So with that, this video is over. Until the next time, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.